We're here at Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn, New York. We have a big fight on Saturday, March 4th. It is Keith Thurman going up against Danny Garcia. It's at 147. It's a welterweight. Both gentlemen are evenly matched. Both gentlemen are undefeated. This could possibly be the fight of the year. It'll take place at the Barclays Center, and it's going to be broadcast on CBS so everyone can watch.
So you do feel this is the biggest fight of your career?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, we're in the sports industry, right? So in the sports industry, you look at the stats, you look at the numbers, you look at the facts. At the end of the day, it doesn't get bigger than this. This is a unification bout. Have I ever had a unification bout? No. Have I ever fought an undefeated world champion that's a world champion? No. The closest fight to this for me was when I faced Diego Chavez. Diego Chavez was 22-0, 18 knockouts. He was known to be a powerful puncher. I was 20-0 with 18 knockouts, a powerful puncher. We went toe-to-toe, we clashed, but we were fighting for the interim at that time. And I didn't hold a title at that time. So there's just no comparison as far as this being the biggest fight of my career.
So is your goal to unify the division?
That's the ultimate goal, right? Because it's a blessing right now to have Danny Garcia, undefeated WBC world champion. Keith Thurman, undefeated WBA super welterweight champion. To bring these titles together is something that has only happened so many times in the history of boxing. To have two undefeated champions come toe-to-toe at 147 has only occurred so many times. It's a great opportunity to do this unification bout. The winner is going to be elevated to become that man to beat at 147. But at the end of the day, there is nothing like being the undisputed champion of the world. And I believe for the young fighters, for that next generation, which you guys have been watching, you guys have been tuning in, and y'all know that the time is coming for the new kids on the block to take the forefront of the scene. And that's another thing that this fight is representing, right? But everybody knows that Mayweather and all of his success has casted a massive shadow over the welterweight division. And people want to know, who's the next Mayweather? Who's the next cash cow? Who's the next this? Who's the next that? At the end of the day, I don't think that it's going to occur in the same way. Mayweather became who he was with pay-per-view numbers due to his tremendous fight against Oscar De La Hoya. That's who really created Mayweather. I believe that the next superstar in the welterweight division will occur when we unify these titles and you get what you haven't gotten for a long time, which is the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. It will not only be a historical moment in boxing, but it will dismantle the cloud of Mayweather, because it is an accomplishment that Mayweather did not achieve himself. And for whomever the fighter is that gets crowned the undisputed champion of the world, I believe that will be the next superstar. But we are taking one step towards that Saturday night with this clash, your boy Keith One-Time Thurman and Danny Swift Garcia.
Hey Keith, do you think that you need, after this, a pay-per-view fight like someone like Nate?
Blah, 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 blah,
no,
blah,
I'm
blah.
saying because you mentioned Oscar.
Come on, man.
Built Mayweather and put him on that platform.
Pay-per-view is to make money. I don't need pay-per-view. I need 10 million people to see Keith Thurman fight. I need 15 million people to see Keith Thurman fight. I need 25 million people to see Keith Thurman fight, okay? We need to let the American people, we need to get their hearts involved, and we need to make them love boxing once again. That's all we need, man. That's all we need.
Make boxing great again, man. You sound like you're campaigning here for something.
Hey, you know what I mean? Make boxing great again. But the beauty is that boxing has always been a great sport. Mayweather produced money. He was the highest paid athlete out of any other athlete, you know? But at the end of the day, it's just time for there to be a shift, you know? I want to touch as many households as I can touch. I want the kids to see, the ones that come from the gutter, the ones that come from the struggle, the ones that are already fighting in the streets. There's nothing to be made when you fight in the streets. You're going to end up in jail. You're going to end up in prison. You want to do something for yourself? You want to do something for your family? You go to a gym like this right here. You come to the gym, you earn your real stripes here in the ring. And you represent whoever you represent. If you're Puerto Rican, you're Puerto Rican. You represent your heritage. You American, you represent your heritage, right? You African, you European, whatever you are, You represent your heritage as a fighter. And that's something that brings people into boxing too, is that they like to see their countryman be successful. You know, boxing is not known for being anything less than a poor man's sport. Because a lot of people that reach success don't come from success. You don't have Harvard grads as the WBA welterweight champion of the world, okay? That's where the doctors, the lawyers, and other people that influence our economy, influence the world, engineers, and they hold their place, right? But no matter what you do in life, you are fighting to survive. Every American, every person all around the world is fighting for their own form of survival. And some struggles are harder than others. But boxing and sports in general is an avenue to get you out of that struggle. It has helped me create a life for myself. It has helped me put food on the table for my family. And it has helped me achieve the goals, my dreams that I've always wanted to achieve ever since I was a little boy. And for that, I'm always going to be grateful to the sport of boxing. And for that, I'm always going to be grateful to my original trainer, Ben Getty, who was the man that raised me in the sport when I was 7 years old. And he passed away when I was 20. But before anybody, he looked me in the eyes and he said, you have what it takes to be champion. And it takes people like that to believe in the kids today. No matter what it is. I don't care if you want to be a poet, a writer, a reporter, an analyst. It doesn't matter what you want to be. Put in the work, put in the dedication. You too can make your dreams come true. That's what America is all about. That's why I wear red, white, and blue.
Talk about the work you put in, Keith.
I mean, it's 21 years in the game, man. You know, hard work, dedication. You know, there were times where I think I was like 14, 15 years old. I took 8 months away from boxing because the number one thing I'm going to tell you, if you're interested in getting into boxing, you need to understand that as an amateur, boxing doesn't have seasons. You don't have an on-season and an off-season. You're going to come to this gym each and every day and you're going to be dedicated. And when you don't show up and then you re-show up, coach is going to ask you, where have you been, boy? What you been up to? How come you weren't here? You know, you might have a good excuse like, my grades were bad, mama didn't let me do this, you know what I mean? She wanted me to do X, Y, and Z, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. At the end of the day, if you want to be a boxer, you have to dedicate yourself wholeheartedly. And I've done that for 21 years. And like I said, we are now bearing fruit as champion of the world today. And I always have told y'all for many years, I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. Why? Why does Keith Thurman not care about getting beat? Because when I train hard. When I step in that ring, I fight hard. I put my heart, my determination, my soul, I put everything on the line. If you're a better man than me, congratulations, I'm gonna shake your hand, you're a better man than me. But I'm gonna hold my chin up high because I still accomplish my dreams and I'm not gonna give up. Fighters are looked at, especially because of the way we get reported and the images and how we get looked at for our performances. When a fighter is undefeated, it's like the stock market. It looks like it's just going up. It's going up. As soon as he gets defeated, now you get to finally see his stock go down, right? But Muhammad Ali got beat. Many world champions and many legends, Sugar Ray Leonard got beat, you know? It's not about getting beat. It's not about getting knocked down. It's about standing up again. It's about putting your reputation out there again after you get beat and showing the world, I did get beat, but I'm still here for a reason. And you're still gonna tune in because I got a lot more to give the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give the sport of boxing everything I have to give it for myself and for you until the day I retire.
Are we going to see the one-time, the power on Saturday night? I'm interested in the way that you want to win, basically. And just outbox 12-round decision or, no, more conclusively, more climactically, a statement?
We would love to make a statement. We're going to hit this boy to the chin. We're going to hit this boy to the body. We're going to see how he takes it, you know. We hurt Sean Porter, but Sean Porter stayed up, you know. 27-0, 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Out of the 5 people that went 12 rounds with Keith Thurman, one was an 8-round fight. But out of everybody that went the distance with Keith one-time Thurman, 3 of the 5 were knocked down. Only 2 have never been knocked down, and ironically enough, it all happened here. It all happened at the Barclays. y'all just got something in the air, the energy. Y'all help keep these boys on their feet. So yes, Keith Thurman, third time's a charm. I'm coming to put Danny Garcia down.
And the winner, what should we, the press and the fans, be saying about the winner on Saturday night?
That the winner is highly accomplished. He deserves all the respect in the welterweight division. There is more to give. There are more fighters to face. But right now, I believe that the winner, separating himself holding 2 titles, no other champion will be holding 2 titles, deserves to be the man to beat, the man to watch, the man to see, the man to tune into after Saturday night.
Keith, the favorite. Why do you feel that is? And what do you feel that you're better than Danny Garcia at?
Almost everything. Less fights, more knockouts. Let's talk about stats. The power's there. He's got an amazing resume. The amazing resume is at 140. It is not an amazing resume at 147. The fighters that he has faced today at 147 were fighters he could have faced at 140. Paulie Malignaggi, Robert Guerrero. I knew when I was facing Robert Guerrero that he's not a true welterweight. He beat Andre Berto. He fought Floyd Mayweather. He's an accomplished fighter. He's done many things, but he's not a true welterweight. I believe that I am Danny Garcia's first true welterweight in the welterweight division. I punch more. I got better footwork, diversity, and I change up. I'm like a pitcher who has more than a fastball, who's got more than a curveball. Because I also got a knuckleball and a slider. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when it comes to being favored in this fight, they just see that, you know, Danny's solid and he does rise to the occasion. But, you know, he might not rise up to this one. And it's hard to say. A lot of people say it's a pick'em fight, you know. It's obvious to have opinions, but we're gonna fight and we'll see what's up by the end of the night.
I know you said you better at everything. Left hook for left hook.
Left hook for left hook.
You guys both land at the same time. What happened?
Yeah. So, you know, I believe that that's going to be something to be proven in the fight, you know. He's going to be dropping his bombs. I'm going to be dropping my bombs. And let's see what's good. So, I analyzed Danny Garcia's power as such, right? He dropped Amir Khan. Devastating left hook. But Amir stood up, though. Then he dropped him again. But Amir stood up, though. Then he dropped him for a third time. But Amir stood up, though. And then the referee stopped the fight. When you look at how many times he stops people and drops people, most of the time they're standing back up. He dropped Lucas Matisse, but he got up, though. Okay? That went to a decision. He stopped his last opponent, his tune-up fight. He dropped him with an overhand right. I was a commentator. I didn't have to rewatch the fight. I was there. I know what happened. So he dropped him with an overhand right. The dude did the rollback. Stood up, though. Then in the later rounds, he was taking bigger punches. The referee stopped the fight while the man was on his feet. Was the man most likely going to get put down? Was he outclassed? Of course he was. You know, there most likely would have been a knockout in that fight. But it happens that he's stopping people more on their feet than out of their feet. So this is another analogy. For some reason, I just really like to reference baseball. I don't even watch a lot of baseball, but I like baseball as references, right? So if I can hit a home run and you can hit a home run, right? But when I hit a home run, the ball gets carried 500 yards. When you hit a home run, the ball gets carried 350 yards. Does it matter? We're both home run hitters, okay? We're both home run hitters. So can Danny Garcia hurt Keith one-time Thurman? Barack would say, yes, he can, okay? Can Keith Thurman hurt Danny Garcia? Yes, he can. So, I mean, like I said, man, look at the numbers, look at the stats. It is what it is. You got two young, powerful guys getting in the ring, 8-ounce gloves, anything can go down, man. This is a fight. It's a sport, it's boxing, there's technicality, But when people are standing toe-to-toe, when they're trading, and the more they just sit there and trade with one another, that's when the boxing match ends up looking like a fight, no longer that strategic. And what's going to matter in the midst of the fight is defense. Who's getting hit, who's not getting hit, and how critical are those blows, and then how does the fighter react once when they're hit with one of those blows.
Keith, so you saying you plan on going toe-to-toe with a guy with 6 toes?
It's whatever, man. It's whatever. Look, Keith one-time Thurman is going to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it, okay? I wasn't on the ropes, blocking, letting Sean Porter do what he was doing because I didn't have no other options. I committed to the option. Use your defense. He's going to smother himself. He's going to get credit. But in about 15 seconds, he'll probably back up, step forward, and land clean, sharp punches from the outside. That's going to look better to the judges than the flurry of punches that aren't all getting through, but he's still going to get credit for the work rate. You know what I mean? That was a very strategic fight. I don't see myself really being on the ropes this fight in the same manner. And even if I was on the ropes, I don't see Danny smother me in the same manner, you know? I make adjustments. I'm fighting you. I'm going to figure out what I need to do for you. And I'm going to see how you can adjust to my fight style round after round after round after round.
And that's all the time we have for this show. I'm Kristal Hart reporting from Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn, New York. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the fights.